I'm 2. We can talk over the alma mater, unless that's going to offend you. I just said that.
The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
This is YSN, your sports network, ysnlive.com. Mark Franken, voice of the Clippers, here with Eric Hoffensee. Eric, we got a matchup here in the EOAC against two teams that, realistically know they don't really have a shot at a league title, so it's time to play for pride. But also this year, the way the format's set up, after week 6, all teams, if they choose to, enter the playoff pool. So what do you think, say the senior class is thinking right now, knowing that the league title's out of their grasp?
League title's out of your grasp right now, but that's not the point right now. I think today you got to focus on beating your opponent across from you, and that's Wellsville. And you're still fighting for a playoff seeding. You're still fighting to see where you're going to lie in the playoffs. And, every game, these next 2 games, if they can win out, are big for their seedings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with
Columbiana has owned this series the last several years. Wellsville, I'm sure, coming in hungry, despite all that losing record and playoff aspects. Wellsville is going to come in hungry, looking to knock off Columbiana, who's been at the top of the league for several years. We'll talk more about it after the national anthem.
ladies and gentlemen, a very special thank you to Post.
This crazy year we call 2020 is keeping a lot of people from coming and watching the boys play football this year, but that doesn't stop you from seeing the game if you can't be here in person. Spread the word, ysnlive.com. If you're tuned in right now on your device, or maybe you're sitting in your living room on your big screen TV watching high school football, make sure all your family and friends know they can do the same. Just click ysnlive.com, and you can catch the Clippers and Tigers go at it here in this Eastern Ohio Athletic Conference matchup. Eric, we were talking about motivation. We left off with Wellsville's motivation is going to be quite clear. Columbiana's got a bullseye on their back this year. Everybody knows it's going to be a down year. Southern just beat them for the 3rd time in a row, and Southern had never beat Columbiana going into 3 years ago. So even though it's 3 years in a row, they savored that victory a lot. Most teams in the OAC are looking for this to be the year they can take down the Clippers.
Yeah, Columbiana the last 5-6 years now has been top dog in the league. Always competitive, always at the top, always scoring a lot. And I think any chance that these teams get nowadays to go up on Columbiana, they see they're a little smaller, see they're a little more inexperienced, they're going to try to put it on them early and make them feel the pain they felt these last couple years.
Clippers going to receive the opening kickoff, so their offense will be tested right away. Not sure what we're going to see, Eric. Last week, Coach Spate eschewed the new Veer offense in the second half after a productive end of the first half, and he came out firing in the old-fashioned spread Columbiana has been using the last 7 or 8 years, and it was very effective getting them downfield until that dreaded fumble inside the 5, and from that moment, we said last week, Southern just took over. In fact, they held the ball for 12 minutes after that fumble, and it turned into a blowout.
Curious to see, like you said, is Columbiana going to come out? They're going to want to pound the ball, or are they going to want to spread Wellsville out and try to use a little speed tonight? I think another key to this game is going to be Columbiana's defense. Are we going to see a more man-to-man tonight in the coverage, or are we going to see a little bit of zone?
Nice job. Nice job on the kickoff team, and that is your man, Chris Pan, with the good hands there, as very strong leg. We were watching warm-ups. Casey Lemaster. He's got a strong leg and maybe tried to catch Clippers off guard there instead of kicking it deep. Had the squib kick, and Chris Pan did a great job.
Oh, that's something Coach Spade teaches. No matter what, if you're on the front line, you got to be ready at all times. Catch the ball and you got to fall down on it.
Clippers going to come out, Eric, and they are not quite. It's kind of a hybrid here. He's going under center is Cassanier. He's got two receivers to the left. Still got that's Morocco on the right wing. Dixon in the backfield. Read option. He's going to give it to Dixon. Right away, Dixon swallowed up. Picks up 2. Big key for me in this game is up front, as most games are, and turnovers. But Columbiana up front in the 2 victories have handled the opposition very well. And in the 2 losses, they've pretty much been dominated up front. So we'll see what happens here with the Wellsville Tigers.
I kind of want to see Columbiana use a little speed tonight. Try to get on the outside. They've been kind of punting up the middle lately, but I think they got speed right now they can use.
X is back on the wing on the left side of Cassanier, who's under center. Again, another read gives to Dixon. Dixon picks up another yard, so 2 carries for 3 for Brady Dixon. Bring up 3rd and 7. Eddie Clancy going to come into the contest, and who's coming out?
Looks like Trevor Deering.
Definitely a passing down, and Clancy with a couple catches on that opening drive last week in the 3rd quarter where it looked like Columbiana was going to make a good game of it. Schick comes wide to the left. X is in the slot left side. In motion goes Morocco. Little read option for Tony, and Wellsville is there to smother him. He'll pick up maybe a half a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and long. Columbiana is going to punt here on the opening possession. So Wellsville hoping to catch the Clippers off guard and take away that opening possession, but their defense does the job here early on. Columbiana is going to punt.
Columbiana's offensive line, like you said, you got to win the trench battle tonight, and they're getting pushed back. Tony has had no room to run, and then the first 2 plays on the inside handoffs, we see Brady Dixon getting hit at the line of scrimmage, falling forward.
Schick runs to the left, and not customary punt by Colin Schick, usually a very effective kicker, and that one just went right off the side of the foot. And they're going to mark it. It's got to be outside the 40, I would think. Still walking, and at the 43. So, in essence, Wellsville almost got what they were looking for with the onside kick.
Yeah, that I think by Wellsville doing that onside kick, they have no respect for you on offense. That's what I think. I think that they said, here, we're going to give you good field possession. Let's see if you can beat us right now. Right out of the gate, and Columbiana didn't prove them wrong.
Troy Carter going to start from the gun. Good penetration there on the opening play as Carter put it in the belly of Isaiah Greathouse. And big number 70 for the Clippers, Nathaniel Lucas. Looked like he was unblocked. I don't know if he was part of a read option there. They just didn't block on purpose. But looks like Lucas, go ahead.
Looks like he came on the outside there, contain outside, and running back, instead of trying to cut up field and beat him inside, he tried to take the outside route. Nathan Moore did a good job of coming out. Nathan Lucas, came outside and did a good job of keeping contained and getting a big loss there.
2 Christens at receiver, one's wide left, one's to the right, and out from the I formation under center. Troy Carter. Couldn't tell if he was doing a hard count there trying to draw the Clippers, but one of the Tigers moved. So Tigers in their opening possession going backwards on first 2 attempts. It's going to bring up 2nd and 19.
I think a big key here tonight with Columbiana. Wellsville's more of a passing offense as we've seen in the past. Can they get a pass rush from their defensive line? We haven't really seen much of that through 5 games this year.
2nd and 19. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Pass goes into the right flat, caught by Vallenkristen. Short gain. Bring up 3rd and 13. Another bugaboo for the Clippers that bit them in the Southern game. It's quite frankly been their bugaboo on defense for a number of years. I've been following them as these 3rd and 4th and long situations. So we'll see if they can contain Wellsville here. Troy Carter, a very experienced quarterback, comes into the game. He's thrown for over 600 yards thus far, 55%. So he averages throwing it 25 times a game. 2 to the right, 2 to the left again. Carter, no pressure. Now he's going to go deep over the left side. He's got one-on-one over there, and the catch is made. Not bad coverage on the left side by the Clippers, but a good job of adjusting there by Garrett Kristen. And one thing that we didn't see Southern take a whole lot of advantage of that United did on opening night was that backside man-to-man coverage that United did so much taking advantage of, and Wellsville did it there.
Yeah, last week we saw a big wide receiver from Southern matched up one-on-one with Trevor Deering a lot. We're surprised that they didn't take advantage of that matchup a little more. As
now they go hard count, and I think this time they successfully got Columbiana to jump.
But no, like we said, that's a key example of the game tonight. What's Columbiana going to do? You know, me and you saw last week what happens when they run man-to-man. And we saw it against United, too. They run man-to-man. They're getting burned a little bit. Is Coach Holmes going to want to, you know, give them a little backside help with the safeties tonight?
Back to the I formation. Little mix-up in the backfield. Thankfully, that went forward. They're going to call it back. It looked bad. It looked like he was trying to pitch it. But from our vantage point, Troy Carter definitely tossed it forward. Going to have to explain it to the Columbiana coaching staff. A lot of the fans, of course, think that's a fumble, just by the way it looked. But the ball definitely went forward, so it's going to go as an incomplete pass. It was a mix-up from the beginning.
Yeah, that's just like last year. What Columbiana would do is they do the little jet sweep, and it's a little toss in front. The quarterback doesn't even toss the ball; he just drops it in front of him. That's a forward pass. It goes down as passing yards in the book, so that's a technically forward pass and incompletion.
2nd 5. Now they're going empty. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to throw it a little swing to Kristen. That's the 2nd time he's lost his footing. Probably wasn't going to gain much, but Vallenkristen might have to check the shoes because he's caught the ball twice and hoping to get him in space, and he's lost his footing on both of them. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
Big down right here, money down. Columbiana got good pressure last time on Troy Carter coming up the middle, but Carter did a nice job of feeling the pressure and stepping up in the pocket and delivering a nice throw on the outside numbers.
Greathouse goes wide to the left. 3 receivers to the right side.
Looks like we got man-to-man press man.
Carter looking left. Now looks over the middle. Throws it up to the man-to-man again. We've got a little bit of contact there. But as Greathouse was trying to make his way back to the ball, no flag there.
You think Southern's going to Southern? What do you think Wellsville's going to do here, Mark? You think they're going to go for it?
I think they're going for it, yeah. They're in no man's land. Now, we saw LeMaster kicking beforehand, and from 45, he was making it over the crossbar from 50, couldn't quite get it there. So right now it'd be a 50-yard field goal. I'm surprised to see them punt. Fourth and 7. See if we got a fake here. Columbiana probably playing safe, and they are. X is not buying a punt. There's a little pooch, and it's caught there by Brady Dixon. So a net of 10, maybe only 9 on the punt. So interesting result there for Wellsville. We'll be back for the second possession of the Clippers after this.
21 News.
Let's get right to our top story tonight.
More experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at
Baby boy is recovering from a broken.
Around our valley.
Community in Niles. We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect.
It's important for everyone. No place like home.
More local news.
Tell you what, these breaks this year are quick.
Oh, they get right back to it. We don't have time to play the ads right now.
Cassandra's under center. Seeger's in the ball game. He'll get it up the middle. And the hard-running Mike Seeger picks up 4, maybe 5. So far, Columbiana featuring the running game between the tackles.
We really didn't see much of Mikey last week in Southern, and it seemed like the week before with Valley Christian. From what I read in the paper, he was the main featured
He was the
back.
feature, yep. 2nd and 5. Homecoming night here at Firestone Park for the Clippers. Seeger's in the backfield. Give to him again, and right there at the point of contact, right at the mesh point there, big number 73 for Wellsville, J.J. Klein, listed 5'9", 230, so he is well put together. He makes the stop. It's 3rd and 6.
You know, Coach Spade in these first 6 offensive plays that he's run, he seems like he just keeps going up the gut, and that's got him a total of 9 yards maybe. I'm just curious to see when is he gonna want to get to the outside and try to burn him once. But see right here, this is what we saw last week. We see a little more of the spread.
Twins right and left. Cassandra in the gun. Looking to the left side, goes over the middle to X. X got it on slant. X breaks the tackle. X can't quite elude the next tackle. A shoestring tackle there by Kristen. That's exactly what the Clippers have to do. Get the ball to X in space, and he almost broke it.
We have not seen enough of that this year. Yeah, Xathan, great player in the open field. You get him the ball in the open field, he's an athlete. He's going to make people miss. He's going to turn 5-yard routes into 20, 30-yard plays. And we just haven't seen enough of that this year from Columbia. And I think that's one of the downfalls. You got to get the ball into your athletes' hands. You got to let your athletes make plays in today's game.
Pickup of 12. That's the one big advantage Columbiana has, is a very experienced, hard-running, and speedster in Xathan Cross if they can get him in space. Same formation. Little mix-up on the mesh point, and dangerous pass out there in the right flat. I believe that's Trevor Deering that's Doda. Carson Doda makes the catch for a loss of 2. Well defended out there in the left or right flat by Wellsville. So 2nd and 12 after the first down for the Clippers.
Looks like Columbiana ran a play there with a screen with the 2 stacked receivers. The front guy was running a little screen action, and the bottom guy came free on a little fade. And on the top of the screen, we had the fade wide open, but Tony didn't see it. He kind of just threw it, and if the cornerback from Wellsville makes a solid break on the ball there, he's taking it for 6 to the house. See a little more of the veer here.
Back to the veer. In motion goes X. They're going to pitch it to him, try to get him a block. If he can get the edge, cuts up, and met by 3 Wellsville Tigers, so they hem him in. But he does pick up 6, 7. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
See, in the 2 plays we've seen Columbiana, number 1, throw the ball, and number 1, get to the outside. What have they done? They've picked up more yards than they have in the first 6 plays trying to run the ball up the middle. I think we're going to see X get the ball here.
We got an overloaded formation to the right. Tony's going to follow X out to the right side. He's got a lane there. He gets to the outside. He's down the sideline. He's inside the 30. Knocked out of bounds at about they're going to mark him at the 28. So the Columbiana offense, a couple first downs here. And their second possession, we're down to under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the Clippers going to set up at the Tiger 28 as Tony had a convoy that time, Eric.
Yeah, that was a good job on the outside there, sealing. I didn't see who sealed, but Troy Carter, the defensive end, got sealed hard there, which let Tony get the outside edge right there and try to cut it up the field hard. And what did he get, 20 out of it?
Indeed. Goes back under center. Seeger's behind him. Morocco and X are on the wings. There's the give up the middle. Seeger running hard, but again, he's met quickly as the interior line of Wellsville. That's J.J. Klein and Tyler Stanley.
Stop number 67, Tyler Stanley. Gain of 1, 2nd down at 9.
2nd 9 after a pickup of 1 by Seeger.
See right there, we see Columbiana go back to the ground game. And credit to Wellsville's defensive line right now. They're pushing Columbiana's offensive line back, not getting any movement up front, which is making it a heck of a time to try to run the ball right now.
X is in the slot to the left. Colin Schick wide. In motion goes Morocco. Fake, looking for X. Tony scrambles out to the left, hits Morocco in the flat. Morocco eludes 1 tackler. He's brought down after a pickup of about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Clippers.
Good play right there by Tony to really avoid the pressure that he's feeling, and good job by Matt Morocco to kind of just sit there and see what happens. Instead of trying to run up the field like most people would try to do in that situation, he kind of just stayed put right there in case Tony needed a little, oh gosh.
Schick goes wide right. X is in motion. There you go, back up the middle to Seager. He's running hard, but he's going to be cut down. Short of the first down, it's going to bring up 4th and 2. Surely Columbiana's going for it on 4th and 2. Schick's got a decent leg. This would be about 38 yards. So neither offense, as of yet, able to punch through. Both Columbiana and Wellsville. Well, Wellsville got 1 first down. Columbiana's picked up 3 now. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And on 4th and 2, Tony's going to go in the gun. I think he's going to come short side to X. No, he's going to run the convoy again to the right. This time, though, Wellsville sniffs it out, but Tony is able to elude one tackler, but Laundrie comes flying in. So after a successful run by Cassanier that gets him close to the stick,
we're going to see a block
and a first down, that's usually a spot where we will see offensive holding. We'll wait for the call. Going to be a block in the back on the Clippers. So good adjustment there, Eric. Second time Wellsville seen that formation. And whoever that inside backer was shot the gap immediately, trying to break it up.
Yeah, I saw that. But right there, if I'm Columbiana, I saw what Wellsville just did. I brought out that bunch formation to my left if I'm Wellsville, and I mounted it. I kicked it hard to the left. You've only seen Columbiana run one play out of that formation, and it's been a quarterback sweep, whether it was with Tony or whether it was with Xathan. That's really the only plays we've seen out of it. So great job there by Wellsville to kick the defense, overload the one side, outnumber everyone, and make everyone fly upfield.
4th and 15, Columbiana not punting.
Might see a
They
quick
spread it out. Tony drops. Blitz coming left side, and he overthrows his intended receiver, X. As he tried to hit him up the seam, the ball goes incomplete. So both teams able to penetrate into the other team's side of the field, but they both come up short. And with 1:17 to go in the first quarter, Wellsville going to take over on their own 34.
What's the difference between a police officer and a criminal? One bad decision. I served 7 years in the Marine Corps and 7 years as a Houston police officer. I learned the impact and power of our decisions on our families and our communities. Your decisions are an example. You never know.
Wellsville comes out in the power I, give to the tailback Greathouse, and he picks up about 2.
You know, both teams we've seen try to run the ball in the early going, but no offensive line is really making a statement. It's really been the defense lines making a statement. So I wonder, one time, I think we're going to see one play from each side, one from each side of a big run break coming up here soon, because you can only be bottled up for so long before you're going to try to break one to the outside and get going. And I think Wellsville thinks they got more speed out there than Columbiana does right now. And I think they're going to try to get them on the outside here soon.
2nd and 8. 2 receivers to the short side. Looked like we had a little movement before the snap, but he gets it out in the flat to Kristen. And that's Garrett Kristen, who looks like he picks up no gain there on the completion. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
I don't know about you, Mark, but I'm thinking that Wellsville has the advantage in these 3rd and longs with a quarterback that is comfortable throwing. We haven't seen Tony throw much this year, and I think Wellsville with Troy Carter, who we said has thrown the ball 25 times a game, they feel better in these situations. You know, we're in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Okay, we can throw a 5-yard slant.
That's the last play of the first quarter, Eric. We are 0-0 here on homecoming night at Firestone Park. The Clippers and Tigers knotted up.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
We are back, Firestone Park. Clippers on homecoming night. Matched up with the Wellsville Tigers at 0-0 coming out of the break to start the second quarter. Troy Carter going to huddle up on this 3rd and 8.
Are we gonna see some pressure coming out the middle right here from Columbiana? I think Columbiana feels good right now with their defensive line play that they're going to try to send something right here.
Both Christons go out to the right. Carter's looking that way. He's going to go deep, and he's got his man. A little bit underthrown and able to recover was the corner over there. Number 22 for the Clippers. Well defended there by
Trevor
Deering. They got what they wanted, one-on-one on the outside, and Troy's pass came up a little bit short. Kristen had him beat by a couple steps. Good hustle, though, by Deering to get back and break it up.
See, right there, that's what we saw a lot. That's what we've seen a lot of this year, getting burned deep and trying to make up for it. I don't understand why we haven't seen more zone come out of this Columbiana team this year.
Senior quarterback going to be sick when he watches film tomorrow. Punt goes down the middle. Going to take a Wellsville bounce, and now it comes back to, that was kind of a dangerous thing to do there. Covered up there at about the 35 by Trevor Deering. I'm sure he'll get an earful coming off the field. We're going to mark it at the 36, and we'll be back, try to get a full break in here.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions, reminding you that it is open enrollment for Medicare.
Now through December 7th, those who qualify can visit our local independent agency by calling us at 330-953-3722 or visiting us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Attention all football fans. If you can't see your team play, come and dine with us and watch it live at Boardman, Canfield, or Cortland. Or staying at home, we'll deliver right to your door. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Hi, I'm Don Maldridge, General Manager at Tri-State Ford. Our summer sales event is going on now. We want to help you get back to it with the Ford Promise, now available on a new or pre-owned vehicle. If you lose your job, you can return it up to 1 year from the date of purchase. Shop now for the best selection and 0% financing for 72 months. Plus a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. Now that's the Tri-State Ford advantage. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
We're back, Columbiana, first possession of the second quarter. Second quarter just underway from the veer. Cassandra's under center. Brings X in motion. He's going to keep it. No fake there, no read. And running hard, though, Tony, who's met at the line of scrimmage, and he just bowled his way for about 3 or 4 yards. That could end up being big on this drive because Wellsville, at the point of attack, had him bottled up. Tony showing strength there, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know what type of play that was. It looked like it was a triple option type look to it, but then it looked like Tony saw a little seam up when the tackle kick stepped out. Looks like he saw a little seam and tried to cut it up. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he carried the pile for 4.
Clippers with success at the end of the first half last week and the start of the second half going through the air. Haven't shown that here yet tonight. Still trying to establish that running game. Coach Spate, again, after all those years in the spread, going back to the veer, he's probably committed to making it work. You don't want to change every year. And Seeger runs hard over left tackle that time. Seeger picks up about 12. Gets it into Tiger territory at the 49.
I think if Columbiana, that formation they just came out in with the 2 wide on the left side, I think if they're going to want to run the ball, they're going to have to keep bringing out that formation because it's overloading the one side of the defense for Wellsville, and it's making them take a defensive end or one of their safeties and bring them down in the box, and it's going to open up a little more for that offensive line.
Chris Pan brings the play in. I'm noticing Coach Spate here in the first half on homecoming night. Just about every senior's seen the field already.
Which is good.
We had Caden Green, receiver, making an appearance earlier in this, and now Chris Pan goes wide to the right. Seeger remains the feature back. A little fake to him. Tony's going to keep it again. Tony running hard. He's met at the point of attack, but he falls forward for 3.
Columbiana must
actually picks up 5 on the play.
Columbiana must have said something in the huddle when they were on defense there to the offensive line because they're getting good movement right now. You get good movement, I think this is going to set up a nice throw down the field here pretty soon. You know, you run the ball effectively on this drive. Let's see maybe one time if they can get a deep shot going.
Schick checks back in. Wellsville pretty stout in the interior defensive line. And they've showed strength early on here, but as you said, the last few plays, Columbiana's found a little seam there. Tony's going to keep it again. This time he's wrestled down, but it looks like he picks up enough for the first down. Pickup of 6. First down Clippers at the Tiger 38 on a very fast-moving first half. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the first half. And we are tied at 0.
We're seeing a little different Columbiana offensive team right now coming out with different formations. They're overloading one side. Normally we're accustomed to they're playing even up front. But right now they're overloading one side, which is giving them a little bit more oomph up front to do a little something.
Clancy's in the slot on the right side. Seeger, the feature back. Here comes X in motion. We'll see if they get it to him. They're going to throw the seam pass, and Clancy, a little bit high. That's the play that last week worked a couple times on that opening drive of the second half, hitting Clancy up the seam. That time was a little high, and Clancy.
Oh, he paid for that one. His quarterback better say he's sorry when he gets back to the huddle. He left him out in no man's land there, throwing it up high over top of 2 people with the safety coming up over top. I'm surprised. Tony, it looked like he forced that. He had Xathan down here with his bailout guy. He could have dumped it down, and it was one-on-one with X in the open.
There we go. We're overloaded to the right again. Got a convoy, but now we got a flag and a procedure call against Clips.
Penalty flag on the play.
So after a few good positive plays for the Clippers, the incompletion and now the penalty, and they're behind the sticks again, 2nd and 15, back to the 43.
Penalty on the Clips.
8:53 to go here in the second quarter.
Puts Columbiana in a rough spot right now. Second and 15. You don't want to run the ball unless you feel comfortable that you can get that 5, 6, 7 yards back. But I think we're going to see more of a pass threat team here, or they're coming out in the same formation.
See if Wellsville starts sending some backers here. Shotgun
Pass,
snap, rolling to the right. He's got a man on the right side, and it's Deering, or it's Doda, but he overthrows him on the run. And now it's 3rd and 15. You had a man open.
That'll keep Wellsville on their toes if they're going to keep committing to that downhill run right away. You know, they came with a backside drag there, 10-yard drag, and then they had a guy from the actual backside itself running like across country, coming across the field and everything. Good job by Wellsville secondary there to stay true to their keys and not come down and bite hard on the run. Now, this is what we saw last week.
3 to the right, 2 to the left, yes. What'd you call this? This is posse?
Raider,
I
think. I don't know.
From the gun, Tony. Blitz from the left side, and he gets hit as he throws. Incomplete. I was thinking maybe Wellsville was going to start sending some blitzers there, and now it's 4th and 15.
Didn't really look like they sent blitz. It looked like the offensive tackle.
End?
Yeah,
okay.
The offensive tackle just got beat there by number 52, Austin Garalico.
Garalico? Garilico.
Sounds like looks like garlic.
4th and again behind the sticks. Columbiana going for it on 4th and long. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Cassanier takes the shotgun snap, and again 52. Breaks a tackle, Tony does. He's got to have somebody open on the right side, and he does. And is he able to stay in bounds?
That's a good catch.
Looked like he got the toe just in bounds there on the left side. That is Colin Schick. So good footwork. He was right there up against the boundary.
That was toe drag swag right there. But it looks like we got a injured
looks
player
like a pickup of 25 for the Clippers as Tony used his legs to get out of the grip as 52. Garilico was able to beat the tackle again, and Tony eluded him. And Schick made a great catch.
That's twice. I watched it closely on that play. Tackle Johnny Irvin keeps getting beat to his inside. And as an offensive tackle, that's the one spot you cannot get beat. You cannot get beat on the inside because 9 times out of 10 you have no inside help. You're supposed to you want to stay true to your inside gap, and you want to keep forcing them up the field. They can come up the field as much as they want to come, but you cannot get beat inside. And that's 2 plays in a row. That's 2 plays in a row that you're getting your quarterback hit, and you're going to get an earful from it when you're coming back on the sidelines.
Deepest penetration. We'll see how this drive unfolds after this timeout.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at bairdbrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are in
And we are back. Drive continues. Cassandra goes back under center. They're overloaded to this right side again, but now Morocco goes in motion right to left, and a big hole for Mikey Seeger. And that ball's on the ground, we think. No indication from any of the officials.
Wellsville's got it.
Still no indication. They do.
Yeah.
The umpire there in the middle indicates, I didn't see any other indication from any other official but the man that was closest. And the Clippers, similar to last week, getting deep in the other team's territory. Seeger with a good hard run. The ball comes out right at the end of the run. It's going to be first down at their own 8 for the Tigers.
You know, Mark, you know how we talked about earlier in the game, the enthusiasm level for both teams, knowing this isn't a league championship. None of these teams are going the league championship. You're preparing yourself for the playoff. Well, the ball came out right there. You heard nobody yelling ball, nobody excited. It just kind of seems like, oh, the ball's out. You know, what happened? Wellsville was excited when they got it.
Garrett Kristen, the only receiver on the left. Carter's going to give it to the deep back Greathouse. He gets a seam. He's trying to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, but he's spun around. Good hard run by Greathouse. Picks up 5. Be 2nd and 5. And a timeout, Clippers. So Clippers, after the sudden change, want to make sure the defense, Coach Holmes, going to make sure his defense is ready to go for this drive. It'll be 2nd and 5 when we return.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself, like I'm living the dream. Platform shoes, strut down the street. It's gonna get hot here, I hope you can handle the heat.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team.
And we are back. Wellsville facing a 2nd and 5 from the I formation. Troy Carter looking over the Columbiana defense, turns, pitches, Greathouse, cuts it up, and he is hemmed in. And the Clippers bring him down for maybe a loss of 1 or 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Long 6, short 7 for Wellsville. Deep in their own territory at the 12. We are 0-0. Coming up on 7 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the second quarter.
Wonder with what we're going to see here. I think they're going to try to just go underneath here. Try to beat Columbiana underneath. You know, Columbiana's been playing over top all night. I think they're going to try to get some underneath here and just basically turn a 5-yard round into a 10-yard completion.
Carter goes in the shotgun. He's got, and now we've got a real mix-up as the slot man, that'd be Garrett Kristen, just took off, and that's going to back Wellsville up. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Looks like Columbiana.
We're not getting a whole lot of communication here from the boys in stripes. It will be a false start. Wellsville looked like they were saying somebody from Columbiana's line had initiated it.
Johnny Irvin jumped across the line. Nose tackle, 57.
Okay. 3rd and 11. From his goal line, Troy Carter going to take the snaps in his own end zone,
Screen.
looking for the middle screen. He's got it to Greathouse. Can he make one man miss? He does. And now he's met, but he does get the first down. Great play call and a very dangerous play call by Wellsville there, running that middle screen from the goal line.
That's a dangerous play, but at the same time, obviously Columbiana wasn't expecting anything of it. You know, they threw the unexpected out right there, and it paid off for them. But
they get it out to the 20.
What I liked there was Isaiah Greathouse lowering his shoulder at the end of the run and
Right.
giving it to Xathan on the back end of it.
And he
you don't see that nowadays. You see kids just want to be elusive.
I'm looking for Wellsville to take a shot. Both Clipper safeties are up within 10 yards of the ball. Now they go power up into the middle there with Gavin Kuntz. And the sophomore picks up about 4, 2nd and 6. So the Tigers get the first big break of the game on the fumble by the Clippers, and they're going to try to go 92 yards here as we come up halfway through the second quarter. Colby Ramsey sets the ball up at the 24-yard line, does the Wellsville center. Under center is Troy Carter. Again, the hard count, and the Clippers moved, and they're going to get the flag. Second time that Carter with the hard count has induced the Clippers to jump off sides, and that's going to bring up second and short, 2nd and 1. And now they got that free down.
I think we're going to.
And my prediction is they're going over the top.
Play a little play action.
Maybe not.
Here.
They didn't change the play. It don't look like. They do have one-on-one here, the bottom of the screen. They're going to go up the gut and get the first down. Kuntz gets about 4, so it's going to be first down at the 33.
You know, going back to that neutral zone infraction, Columbiana, that's 3 times now. That's 3 times that they have drawn you off sides. As Coach always says, first one's on him. Everything else after that, it's on you. You got to know. And you can't give up free yards, especially in a game like this with 0-0 right now.
Out to the 33 from the eye, the Greathouse. The tailback gets it, and he is stopped for no gain, maybe 1. We'll give him 1 yard for Isaiah Greathouse. We're down to 5:25 to play, so a very quick-moving first half here as Wellsville is going to, so far they're grinding it out from their own 8, and I'm still waiting for that shot over the top.
Yeah, I think it's a big drive, too, for Wellsville. They get the ball at halftime. Are they just going to keep chewing down the clock and maybe try to score with 2 minutes to go and say, Columbiana beat us now?
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Columbiana. And now we got a jet sweep. And Kristen able to cut it up for a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Now you think if Wellsville doesn't get this 3rd and 5 here, you think they're going for it or you think they're punting? I mean, their defense hasn't played bad.
Right. But with 4:40 to play.
And you get ball at half.
4:40 to play, that'd be tough. Now, they don't appear to have much of a kicking game from the punter situation. Place kicker looked good in pregame. Split backs back there with Troy Carter. Takes the snap, little counter, and good hard run, but only picks up 2. Gavin Kuntz going to make it 4th and 3. Yeah, they're punting. 4th and 3 from the 40. So Wellsville, probably because, well, not necessarily because of that, but they are getting the ball to start the second half. Now somebody's calling timeout.
Looks like Wellsville did.
And if they're going to call timeout, now I think they're going to go. You wouldn't call timeout to punt, you wouldn't think. We'll be back to see what happens after this.
Thomas Edison once said that opportunity is often missed because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. From my first chores of feeding the pigs and weeding the garden on our family farm in Columbiana County, I learned from these experiences you always have to remember your why. Here at Comco, our why is to produce quality parts that make the world better, faster, and a safer place to be. What's your why?
.407 to play in the first half. So I got an interesting situation here at Firestone Park as Wellsville and Columbiana are knotted up at 0. Columbiana's had the deepest penetration of the night so far. They got down to the Wellsville 8-yard line before they coughed it up. Wellsville has moved it out to the 40. It's 4th and 3. There's still over 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Wellsville has burned a timeout here, which would indicate that they're probably going to go for it. And they're going to line up in the I formation. I think the first thing they're going to do is go hard count, see if they can get the Clippers to jump again. They didn't, but we had movement on the left side, but no call. And they tried to go quick hitter right up the gut, but Columbiana's front stones them, and it's just a pickup of one. Very interesting.
That didn't seem like that was supposed to happen. I saw the center snap the ball, but it didn't really seem like any of the offensive linemen were ready for it.
I think Wellsville, when they look at the film, they'll probably wish that the left end here would have got flagged for a procedure call. That would have made them punt, but now Columbiana is going to take over at the 41.
Now, if I'm Coach Spate here, there's 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in this quarter. Go back to what's been working for you. What worked for you last drive was you overload one side of the field and you were running to it. Don't go away from it. But now we see a little spread action here, it looks like.
Seeger in the backfield with Tony Cassanier.
One-on-one on the outside.
X is on the left, yes. No safety over top, but now they're bringing him in motion. They're giving a little touch pass. X is trying to get to corner. He cuts it up, spins, and picks up about 5.
Seems like that type of play is what we'd normally see Xathan trying to hurdle a guy, but we saw that week one.
2nd and 5. Clippers now have dominated field position here in the second quarter. See if Wellsville can hold them out of the end zone here before the half. As you said, Wellsville getting the ball to start the second half. Clippers come out. X is one-on-one again. We'll see if they saw it last play. They brought him in motion. See if they give X a chance to make a play here on the backside. They're going to run towards him. Now Tony gets flushed out. He finds hole on the right side, cuts it up, and picks up the first down inside the 30. Cassandra gets it to the 29. We'll go under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter of this scoreless ball game. Homecoming night here in Columbiana. Wellsville and the Clippers tied at 0. We've played this whole second quarter in Wellsville territory.
2 plays right there. Columbiana is getting to the outside. That last one was a little busted of a play, but Tony made something out of nothing. But we've seen when they get to the outside tonight, they look like a much better team. We see one-on-one again.
Once again, X is one-on-one against Greathouse. Greathouse going to follow him this time. Tony fakes the jet, and he is stopped for a loss of 1. So the Wellsville interior defense continues to stand strong. The one big run Columbiana had, they stripped them.
Yeah. Like we said, Wellsville's winning the line of scrimmage battle right now. Columbiana's broke, 2 10-yard runs? But besides that one jet sweep, but they broke 2 10-yard runs, and Wellsville's just been kind of keeping them bottled up all night. And like we said, there's going to be a couple of those, this guy's got 20-yard rush. This guy's got this. Right here, I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Back to the veer. Doda's the receiver on the right on 2nd and 11. Morocco goes in motion. Inside give to Seeger. He picks up 4. It's going to bring 3rd and 7. We are under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 3rd and 7 for the Clippers. Still taking their time. They've got timeouts in their pocket. We're down to 1:30. Wellsville gets the ball in the second half, so the Coach Spate is going to be really pleased if this is the last possession of the quarter.
You think if Columbiana gets down in a situation, they're going to try to kick a little like 30-yard field goal? Schick's got the leg for it.
True. From the shotgun, X takes the direct snap, trying to get to the left. He eludes one tackler, still trying to get to the edge. He's strung out by Wellsville, but a flag comes flying. Wellsville did a good job that time defensively, just stringing him out all the way to the boundary.
Looks like, I was watching the official, it looks like he said he's got a face mat. Hold.
Well, we got a hold against the Clippers. So it would have been X after all that running, maybe picked up 2. So instead of 4th and 6, you would think they'll move him back, but that's an interesting call also with 1:09, because if Wellsville thinks they can stop him on 4th and 6, that would turn the ball over, and they'd still have over a minute, but they're going to move him back on 3rd down.
See, if I'm Wellsville there, I'm just declining the penalty. I got him in the 4th and 6.
That's a tough one. That's tough.
But you feel comfortable with your defense. What Columbiana really hasn't done much to you.
Now Clippers are going to call timeout. So with 1:09 to play, Clippers, for the second time, driving into Wellsville territory. They're going to face a 3rd and 20, though, when we come back.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game.
We are back. Columbiana facing a 3rd and 20 from the 40-yard line. Cassandra's in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right, and he's being chased down by Garalico, and he's going deep on the right side looking for X. Overthrows him on the run. The pass is incomplete. So Wells
penalty flag.
And another flag on the field. Might be a man easy for me to say. Ineligible man downfield in the area it's at. It's going to be declined, bring up 4th and 20, so the incomplete pass stops the clock for Wellsville. They have 2 timeouts and 1:03, so if they can get a stop here, they'll have just under a minute to go and 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Looks like we're going to see Columbiana punt.
And then we'll
right here.
see, as you said, about the coverage, because Wellsville is going to surely not stay on the ground their last possession of the first half. So we'll see if Columbiana is able to stop him through the air.
It's tough, too. You saw Wellsville's got a kicker. So are you going to sit back and maybe let him try a 30-yard field goal? He looked comfortable from 30, looked comfortable from 40. When he got to 50, it was a little shaky, but still. You don't see that in high school football around here right now.
Schick is going to take the snap, get this one off just inside his 50. He'll run to the left. Good kick this time after the first one was shanked, and see if he can get a good hop, and it goes into the end zone. So Wellsville going to take over on their 20-yard line with 56 seconds to play here in the first half. We are still deadlocked at 0. We've played this whole second quarter in Wellsville territory, and they'll have to go 80 yards in 56 seconds. They got 2 timeouts, and they've got a quarterback who is experienced and loves to air it out. So we'll see if the Clipper defense can contain them here at the end of the first half. Now the Clippers, this whole game, they've had both safeties within 10 yards. We'll see if Coach Holmes backs off a little here.
I think you got to back off. If you get burned deep, you want to have at least a safety valve right there.
He's got X playing a lone safety here. Cassandra's matched up against Greathouse at the bottom of the screen. He's going for that one-on-one matchup, and he's got him out there again. This time he doesn't underthrow. Is it overthrown? Is he able to bring it in on the sideline? We're going to say it's a catch. 42 yards. Again, they knew they had that matchup, and they underthrew him last time.
That was a
great adjustment,
throw.
yes.
Right
and also a great adjustment by Valen Kristen. He was right on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. And it was a great throw over the shoulder in the only spot where your guy can get it.
And why the clock's running, I don't know, because it appeared that he caught it and went out of bounds. We're going to fix that. Clock was down to 43.
49 they wanted at.
First down for Wellsville. Again, what we talked about, they're going to have to air it out, and will Columbiana be able to hold them? Same one-on-one matchup, Eric. I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to it. Kristen matched up on the short side, waiting for the call. I got to believe Troy Carter says I can just do that same play, and we got 6. Now they're running the snap. It's an in and up, and he's got him beat again, and bing, oh! Gave him a little juke to the inside that time, Eric, and Valen Kristen had that one. I don't know if it was his face mask or shoulder pads, but
you couldn't ask
another
for a better,
blown opportunity.
Much better thrown ball from Troy Carter than that one. That hit him. It hit him in the wrong spot in the hands.
2nd and 10. So for the second time, Valen's been running free. The third time, Wellsville's 1 for 3 on that matchup.
Looks like Columbiana's making.
So he's getting consoled there on the sideline. 3 receivers to the short side. Carter now looking to the left side. He's going deep that way. Greathouse is out there with Schick, and Schick's going to haul it in for the interception. So Wellsville had a golden opportunity to take the lead here at the end of the first half. Was unable to make the connection, and now Columbiana with the interception by senior Colin Schick with 36 seconds to play. They'll take over on their own 9-yard line, so we'll probably see the clock run out here on the first half, and we'll go into the locker room tied at 0 unless Coach Spate rolls the dice here, which I'm doubting, unless they go to that play that week 1 where they bunch up and just flip it out to X and hope he can get the
We
corner.
haven't seen the wheel play yet either
True.
that they ran last week. With the 3 guys each running a wheel, but X coming in from the slot and getting up the
I'll tell you
sideline and
what,
beating everybody.
Coach Spate, he's not going under center. He's going to try to score here. Just one timeout, 36 seconds. They spread it out, 4 receivers out to the left. Tony's going to roll that way. He's going to throw the ball in the flat to X, try to get him in space, and he's dragged down. Looked like a face mask, but he must have had the shoulder pad there. That brings up 2nd down, 20 seconds to go.
See, and something I'm noticing right here, Wellsville's playing it smart. They're playing their safeties 20, 30 yards off the ball right now.
Timeout. Who? Wellsville going to take a defensive timeout now. 15 seconds to play. We'll see how this first half ends after this.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air,
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
online,
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
on social media, and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730.
We are back. Clippers backed up deep in their own end, but they are spreading it out with 15 seconds to go in the first half. Wellsville has used one of their 2 timeouts here on defense. Looking for an incompletion here. Wellsville hoping to get a stop here, and Tony's going to run it up the middle, and he breaks a tackle, though. Brought down after a pickup of 4, and they're going to stop the clock. Is that Wellsville? Wellsville says why not with 7 seconds. It's 3rd down. Maybe try to bait Clippers into throwing it. If they throw an incomplete pass, Wellsville could get the ball back before the half.
You know, last week I saw a play that Coach Spate was running towards the end of the half against Southern. It's called the Hail Mary. You put 3 to one side. You can put 4 on one side with a backside slant from the one-man side, and you take your inside guy, which was Xathan, you bring him cross field, and you flip it behind, and he wants to take it up the sidelines and try to go. I'll never forget my freshman year. We ran the play, and it actually worked to perfection. It was Cuyahoga Heights. It was a playoff game. Coach Spate loves that type of play, and we saw it last week. I wonder if we're going to see it this week.
Wellsville. They got Columbiana backed up, but the problem is the clock is not on their side. There's only 7 seconds. They're out of timeouts. We are still deadlocked at 0. Columbiana has advanced as far as the Wellsville 8. Wellsville got down into Columbiana territory on the last possession and had a golden opportunity. Couldn't make the connection on the deep ball. Columbiana still spread out here.
What I tell you?
An incomplete pass, and I think he's going to run it. Tony's got him spread out. He's probably going to run a quarterback draw. He's rolling to the right. He throws it out in the flat. Schick goes to a knee to catch it, and that's probably going to be, even though he gets the first down to stop the clock, that's 0s on the clock. Columbiana and Wellsville are going to go to the locker room, tied at 0. So we'll see which team's able to make the adjustments to be able to get their offense into the end zone. They both got 1 turnover in the first half, deep in the other team's territory. So an interesting second half coming up as Wellsville comes to Clipperville after being beaten down for several years in a row, are looking to exact revenge here in 2020. We hope you enjoy the Columbiana Marching Band as they perform here at halftime. YSNLive.com, Mark Franken and Eric Hoffensee bringing you coverage of Clipper football. Again, spread the word. We got a good second half coming up. It might be 0-0, but it's going to be an exciting second half. So spread the word. Click on YSNLive.com, and we'll have it for you here in about 20 minutes.
Attention football fans, order Coca's Pizza tailgate package for only $54.99. You'll receive 24 slices of our delicious cheese pizza, 20 jumbo wings, and 2 of our famous foot-long pepperoni rolls. Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Your Armstrong services are more important than ever. There are more and more connected devices in the home these days. To get the most out of your experience, you need a network that is always getting better. You deserve superior performance, and that's what Armstrong offers every day. Whether you're working from home, enjoying your favorite content together, or simply catching up while apart, count on Armstrong to keep you connected to what matters most.
We continue our performance with a little Motown, featuring 3 hot hits from the Jackson 5. The song starts with junior trumpet soloist Nate Brunell playing I'll Be There. The song continues with I Want You Back and Rockin' ABCs. McCartney and John Lennon. Featured on the Beatles' 1966 album Revolver, the band features junior trumpet soloist Keaton Sturgenevic in this driving rendition of Eleanor Rigby. The Columbiana High School Band would like to thank the administration, staff, students, and most importantly, our band parents for the outstanding support and encouragement this season. We wish Wellsville a great season and hope that everyone in attendance tonight stays safe and healthy throughout the season. Go Clips!
21 News.
Let's get right to our top story tonight.
More experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at
Baby boy is recovering from a broken.
Around our
Good
valley.
community in Niles. We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect.
It's important for everyone.
No place like home.
More local news.
In Mercer County Court.
Become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
We are back, Firestone Park in Columbiana. This EOAC matchup between your hometown Clippers and the Wellsville Tigers here on homecoming night for the Clips, and they are deadlocked at 0 through the first 24 minutes. Wellsville going to receive the second half kickoff. Both teams turned the ball over just inside the 10-yard line in that second quarter. Columbiana was driving downfield, and Wellsville was able to strip the ball free at the 8. And then right before the half, Wellsville on the move after a missed opportunity on a touchdown pass. Colin Schick was able to pick it off inside the 10. And that's where we stand, 0-0. We'll be back. This is Mark Franken with Eric Hoffensee. We'll be back for second half action after this.
What's the difference between a police officer and a criminal? One bad decision. I served 7 years in the Marine Corps and 7 years as a Houston police officer. I learned the impact and power of our decisions on our families and our communities. Your decisions are an example. You never know who they're going to impact and how they will affect them. We are truly blessed to live in a great community and a great country, and it is up to our families and our decisions to keep it that way.
Colin Schick has it teed up on the left side, and we are about to get underway in the second half. Wellsville will receive the second half kick in this 0-0 tie on homecoming night. Beautiful night here in Columbiana. Game 5, again, if you're just joining us here in 2020, just a 6-game regular season. Kickoff is rolled down to the 10-yard line, grabbed there by Crystal, and he gets to the outside, and here comes the flag as number 15, Valen Kristen, took the kick from the 10 and goes 45 yards into Columbiana territory, but I do believe there was a block in the back or a hold there as the flag came from behind the play. So a big play to start the second half is probably going to come back against the Tigers. And instead of setting up at the Columbiana 45, was a block in the back, they'll be setting up deep in their own territory here to start the third quarter. So, Eric, what do you say Clipper defense is going to do here coming out in the third quarter as Wellsville had 3 opportunities to beat them deep in one-on-one coverage?
Well, something that me and you talked about at halftime, Columbiana, you're getting beat deep, and you're getting beat deep and no help over top. So I've been saying it all game. You got to run some type of zone to give your corner a little more comfort, you know.
Keep an eye on the safeties. There's a pitch to the left side. Greathouse trying to get to the outside, hemmed in there.
But
picks up maybe 4.
Yeah, you gotta play
maybe 1.
Look like 4. But you got to play some type of zone to make your corner feel comfortable. It just looks like no Columbiana corner on the outside is comfortable right now, and Wellsville's taking advantage of it. We saw 2 deep balls.
Little change for the Clips. Tony Cassandier's moved to corner. Clancy's in at safety with the X-Man.
We saw a little bit of that last week too. Towards the end of the game.
2nd and 9. I formation for the Tigers. Little movement on the left side. It's going to be legal procedure. False start on the Tigers. Clippers trying to get themselves revved up here on defense for this second half. It's going to be 2nd and 14 after they get moved back to the 8.
Looks like Columbiana's going to put in Dave Graff here, take out Ethan Clark. Maybe a little bit more of a pass rush. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird substitution because you think Ethan Clark's a little faster than Dave Graff on the outside there.
So the first adjustment made by the Clippers to put Cassanier at corner, matched up on the right side of the offense. From the gun now. Carter standing at his own 2. Takes the snap, looking, goes deep over the middle, and he make the catch there? Connection made.
Intended for
Valen Kristen in traffic, and he comes up a little.
Go
ahead.
Was that a busted play? It looks like Kuntz was running in the same direction there, like they were crossing paths. It looks like it was intended for Kuntz, but like you said, Valen Christian came across and made the catch off the deflection.
Pickup of 21.
You know, we don't see 2 guys in the same spot on a deep pass route like that. So it seems like someone messed up there.
I don't know if Kristen's battling a cramp there, but he's
limping around.
I actually noticed it before that play, but he's able to muster up enough to get deep over the middle that time. From the gun, rolling to the right, Carter got a man, and he's looking for Kristen again. He had a man in the flat, threw it into triple coverage that time, and he's lucky the X-Man couldn't hold on. He had the man wide open in the flat, and he got a little greedy there trying to go back to Kristen.
That's something that we've seen from both sides tonight. We've seen Tony roll out and have little dump downs, but he's not taking the dump down. He's trying to force the 20-yard downfield throws. And like right there, Columbiana's saying, here's the 5-yard out, take it. But no team's going to take it. And the thing of it is, if he catches that 5-yard route, he's going to turn upfield and get 15 out of it.
That's a big break for the Tigers, as that pass shouldn't have been thrown, and usually Xathan Cross is going to pick that off.
Oh, he's a ball hawk. Kid's a ball hawk at heart.
Looking deep. He's going to set up a middle screen again. Gets it off to the left side. Greathouse got it. Got a little bit of opening. Now he breaks the tackle, gets crossfield to the right. He's got Cassandra to beat. Gets a block, and a flag comes flying. Boy, that was a close block. I saw that out in the open field. I thought he might have got right to the side of him. What'd you think?
Yeah. That's weird. The block in the back penalty has changed so much. You know, it used to be, okay, I got to see the front side of the kid. But now it's you got to see both kids' eyes, and it changes everything.
That is the call. Wellsville sideline incensed, as that was right out in the middle. It was very close. It looked like he got maybe the helmet out front, and Wellsville coaching staff is livid that was the call, because that's a 20-yard gain, and now they're backed up. And since it happened beyond the line of scrimmage, it's going to be 2nd and 3. So not a disaster for Wellsville, but a big play taken off the board.
That's such a tough call, and especially you're a kid. You're trying to throw a block. You're trying to do what's best for your teammate here, get him over the open field and give him a chance. But like I said, the penalties changed so much. It used to be you got to see the front half. Now you got to see both eyes.
2nd and 3. Under center now. Quick hitter to the big fullback Kuntz. Did he hold on? Looked like maybe the ball coming loose. He does not get the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Third and 1 in this situation. I think they're just gonna go with the fullback dive, but I wouldn't be surprised play action.
Usually when you line up this quickly,
look at this.
Columbiana stacking the box, and now he's gonna get a check with me on 3rd and 1. He's got 9 Clippers in the box. He's gonna pitch to the outside. Greathouse breaks free, gets to the left side, and another flag comes flying. Greathouse is gonna go. He's gonna take it to the house, but 2 flags come flying now. Actually, X is gonna maybe not. No, he doesn't catch him. It looks like it's going to be a touchdown of 62 yards by Greathouse, but that's going to come back again. 2 straight times Isaiah Greathouse has made big plays for the Tigers. Both times it's coming back.
We got 2. Is there 2 blocking the backs there?
First one called early on in the play. Greathouse has done a great job both times of keeping things alive with his vision, gone all the way across the field, and has enough speed to elude Clipper defenders. And again, They're going to take the first penalty because it was behind the line of scrimmage.
And it occurred
it's
first.
It's going to back them up, yep.
But
so it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Go ahead.
If I'm Columbiana, that's terrible defense. You just can't. You can't allow the cutback. That kid just made your whole defense look silly. Let's put that in perspective. He cut you back, and he said, I'm an athlete. I'm beating you on this play. And he did.
3rd and 16.
We're going to see
from the eye.
Well, we're seeing a one high safety look now.
He's got we'll see if the safety comes over the top. They're going to go right up the middle. The Kuntz, I suppose. So after disaster for Wellsville on that drive with 2 penalties, they're going to go ahead and put it in the hands of their defense. It's going to be 4th and 14 from their own 25. So Wellsville comes out in the 3rd quarter and look like they found something.
Shooting their own selves
yes,
right now.
2 big penalties leads to a Clipper stop. We are just over 4 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and the 2nd quarter was for the most part played in Wellsville territory. And unless they get off a great punt here, Clippers going to have great field position. Cross waits for it. Good punt this time. Columbiana is going to let it go, and it gets a good Wellsville bounce. Ball's going to be downed at the 29-yard line. So that is a 46-yard punt for Wellsville to switch field position. So Wellsville unable to capitalize on a couple big plays. Columbiana going to take over on their own 29.
What's the difference between a police officer and a criminal? One bad decision. I served 7 years in the Marine Corps and 7 years as a Houston police officer. I learned the impact and power of our decisions on our families and our communities. Your decisions are an example. You never know who they're going to impact and how they will affect them. We are truly blessed to live.
We are back. Clippers first possession, 3rd quarter. Cassanier in the veer, under center, sends Morocco in motion, gives it right up the middle to Seeger. Seeger stacked up, but always a good hard runner is Seeger. He picks up 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Cassanier comes to the sideline. Get the next call from Coach Spate.
I think Coach Spate's going to go back to the roots, overload one side, fullback dive right up the gut. Here it is. But they've had so much success on the outside tonight. Why not keep going for it? Columbiana we haven't seen the Columbiana spread team in a long time this year. In the times we've seen it, they haven't looked bad in it. They move the ball
overloading left side now. See if Tony follows the convoy to the left. Morocco goes that way. He's going to go to the left. We got a whistle and pre-snap flag probably going to be on the Clippers.
Something I noticed.
Oh, it's offside on offside on the Clippers. Somebody must have been lined up offside.
Something I noticed there. 71 John Chimera tries cutting. I think it was number 73. JJ Klein tried cutting him, whiffed. That play was going nowhere fast. He just missed him on the cut.
2nd and 12. Cassanier comes into the huddle with 6:32 to play in the 3rd quarter. Clippers and Tigers tied at 0. From the veer, X is on his left. See if he comes in motion. No, it's Morocco in motion to the left. Gives to Seeger. He's met at the point of attack, but again, Seeger, always running hard, is able to pick up 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 9. Met there by, there's that name again, Gorilico.
Looks like Gorilla. I'm telling you, it's a tough name. I looked at it at first, and I was like, whoa.
I've said it 5 times now. Still can't get it. Gorilico. Clippers stay in the veer. X does come in motion this time. He gets the pitch. Can he get a block? He's trying to get the edge. Strung out. And, hit hard there after he was held up by Kuntz. Big collision there with Kristen. Stopped short of the first down, X was. Thankfully, not 2 really large bodies met there. X might have a little bit of weight advantage on Kristen, but X looked like he was shaken up there as he was.
Kristen came downhill fast, and when he came downhill fast with a purpose.
4th and 3. Clippers going to punt from their own 36. Colin Schick going to take the snap on the right hash. He'll run to the left and Good line drive is going to go over the head of Valen and going to Columbiana bounce inside the 15, and it'll roll dead at about the 13. So field position so far in the third quarter going the way of the Clippers. There's 4:53 to play in the third. Wellsville getting their second possession of the half after this.
Hi, I'm Don Maldridge, General Manager at Tri-State Ford. Our summer sales event is going on now. We want to help you get back to it with the Ford Promise, now available on a new or pre-owned vehicle. If you lose your job, you can return it up to 1 year from the date of purchase. Shop now for the best selection and 0% financing for 72 months. Plus a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. Now that's the Tri-State Ford advantage. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Wellsville familiarly setting up deep in their own territory at the 13. From the gun, Troy Carter's got 3 receivers to his right. He's got one-on-one at the bottom of the screen. He's going to roll to the right, still rolling, pressing the line of scrimmage, tries to get a block and runs out of bounds for a gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. So they tried to flood the right side that time, Eric, and Columbiana did a good job covering up.
I think if Columbiana can bring a good pass rush this half, because I think we're going to see Wellsville try to throw the ball a little more than they did in the first half. I think they feel a little more comfortable with it. They had a little bit more success with it at the end of the first half. I think they like their matchups now on the outside. So,
because Sanier's back at safety now.
If I'm Columbiana, I blitz 6, drop 5 maybe.
X, see if he rolls over the top on the right side. He doesn't. Inside give to Greathouse, looking for a block, gets one, breaks a tackle, cuts it back to the middle. So Isaiah Greathouse has come out in this third quarter, and you give him a little bit of space, and he's making people miss. And that time, he picked up 22 yards. No flags against the Tigers. So though Columbiana has played most of this game in Wellsville's territory on defense, Wellsville has shown some explosiveness here in the third quarter. Twice on the last possession, their big plays were thwarted by flags, and now Greathouse with another big play here. It's first down at the 38. Colby Ramsey brings him out of the huddle, puts the ball down at the 38 from the eye. We got one-on-one here, bottom of the screen. Inside give to Kuntz. Kuntz going to carry the pile for about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So the first quarter went by very quickly. This third quarter looks like it's doing the same. It was the second quarter that was a little lengthy in that first half.
I think we're in for a different game in the fourth quarter here.
2nd and 6 from the eye. They go weak side. Greathouse from his tailback spot pushes the pile for a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Greathouse running the ball hard.
Yes. Here in this second half, he's come out with a purpose.
No, we didn't see that in the first half, and we were talking at halftime, are we going to see more pass heavy? But the way he's running the ball right now, I don't see how you go away from it. He's getting you 5, 6, 7 yards on a run play. Keep feeding him.
3rd and 2. Tight end left side. See if they go weak side again. They go right up the middle of the Kuntz, and it looks like he's close.
Oh, he's got it.
They're coming in right at the sticks. No signal yet, and they're going to go ahead and say he got to the 48, so it's going to be first down Wellsville. A new set of downs at the 48 with under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Wellsville trying to sustain a drive. They've had one successful drive that ended in an interception after a golden opportunity to score. Their last drive thwarted by 2 penalties. So they got to have some confidence here on offense. They've been able to move the ball the last 3 possessions. I formation, Carter turns, gives to Greathouse, got some blocking, gets over the right side, run out of bounds after a pickup of 5, maybe 4.
You know, we haven't seen Wellsville run like a play action type play out of that formation. And it seems like Columbiana now is keying on Isaiah Greathouse. So maybe one time throw it over the top. Your quarterback's got the arm strength. He's shown that very much tonight. You like your matchups on the outside, with Val and Christian on the outside matched up against Trevor Deering.
Well, here we go. Oh, Kristen just went out of the game.
Looks
that was
like-
a late substitution. Now a flag comes in. I wonder if the referee just picked that up.
Legal shift.
Kristen went off the field very late.
Yeah, it looked
Gonna
like
be second down.
Looked like he was coming like to the wide side of the field there, and he was going to line up. But that doesn't make sense. That means they broke the huddle with 12.
Exactly. So they'll back up another 5. Wellsville here in the third quarter, moving the ball but shooting themselves in the foot. Behind the sticks again, 2nd and 11. Kristen comes back on. Still got a little hitch in his step as he trots into the huddle.
He's been great on the outside tonight, though. He's caught those 2 long balls. The one he dropped for a touchdown, but, that happens.
He's lining up wide. Now, Cassanier does go that way. See if he stays over the top. Looking deep. Going to go deep. He's got him beat again, but the ball is underthrown. He can't quite make the adjustment. He's looking for a flag as the ball was short. Deering trying to make up ground again.
You can kind of get a feeling they're looking for a flag there because in high school football you can't face guard. That is one of the rules. You can't face guard. You have to turn and at least make it a play on the ball. Didn't really look like Trevor made an attempt there for the ball, but yeah, you got away with it,
Clancy comes back in. That'll move Cassandra to corner on 3rd and 11. So Troy's had multiple opportunities, and the one time he's put it on the money twice, and the one was a sure touchdown, and they couldn't quite make the connection. Now it's 3rd and 11 again. Wellsville can't get out of their own way, and they're going to call timeout here on 3rd and long. Try to sustain a drive after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
Third and 11. We're down to a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. And Wellsville, who's had some positive plays here in the third quarter, they keep shooting themselves in the foot. They got 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Troy Carter from the gun. Looking, steps up. Can't escape. He's going to be taken down at about the 46-yard line. I kind of looked like Troy was going to be a design quarterback draw. Spread the Clippers out, but he couldn't find a hole.
Yeah, it was good. Good pass rush there by Columbiana. They really made Troy step up in the pocket. Good quarterback press to step up in the pocket, but then you see Brady Dixon. He looked like he was spying him. I don't know if it was just kind of like a delayed blitz, and he was kind of just sit back reading. And if Carter went out, boom, here's my chance. But when Carter stepped up in the pocket, Brady came in and they made a nice TFL there. We'll give him a sack.
4th and 12. X is back deep. We'll see if they elect to kick it to him. This could be the one play that Columbiana could break this scoreless tie if they kick it to X. Nice high kick, no fair catch, and X is going to let it hit. So a good punt, again, by Wellsville. Backs the Clippers up to about the 12. It's going to be interesting if he didn't get off such a good punt, because one thing the Clippers have in their chamber is Xathan Cross in open field.
I just wish we could see more of it. It feels like this year we just really haven't seen it.
So from the 12, Clippers have shown some versatility in the second half against Southern last week, and kind of been a hybrid offense this week with the veer and the spread. We'll see what Coach Spate chooses to do here, as he's got it deep in his own end again. Both teams have done a good job when they don't sustain a drive, flipping field position. 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. They come out in the veer. Under center is Cassanier. Here comes X in motion. They get it to him. Can he get the edge? No. Great job by Wellsville to string him out. X spins out of a tackle. Now he's hemmed in, and they're going to bring him down. And a lot of action after the whistle. And I go back to, that was happening a lot in the United game, if you remember opening, or no, it was the Valley Christian game. And it's always been a thing for me when the whistle blows, and you're a defender, so you might have a different opinion, but to me, it's on the defense to stop because the offensive player's got to protect himself.
Yes.
So if the defense stops, the play's over. The offensive player is he's instinctually protecting himself.
Exactly.
So why they let things go like that, I don't know. But that's the end of the third quarter. We're tied at 0. Maybe we can discuss that when we get back from a defender's point of view. We are scoreless through 3 quarters here on homecoming night at Firestone Park in Columbiana. Something's got to give in the fourth. We'll see which team gets the big break in the final quarter.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at BairdBrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth.
We are back. Firestone Park, Columbiana, deep in their own end, and we've seen this too often. We're coming out of a break at the quarter, and Clippers got to call timeout in a very close game. It's 0-0, and they start the fourth quarter burning a timeout. We'll be right back.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself, like I'm living the dream. Platform shoes, strut down the street.
So after that quick timeout, they just needed time to get set up here. It's 2nd and 13. Cassanier under center. Goes right up. No, he's going to keep it. Good play fake. He finds X down the left side. And there's the big play the Clippers were looking for. Unable to stay in bounds, but a big play there. A pickup of 30 yards for the Clippers out to the 38.
I tell you what, so Great House is matched up on Exathan right now. And Great House has been getting the workload this whole second half. So you're thinking maybe he's a little tired, and I'm going to take a little shot at him right now. It looks like he's like limping around a little bit out there. It looks like he's banged up. So maybe Coach Spade saw that and was like, let's take a shot. But no, great play there. Great throw over the shoulder. You kind of would like to see it out in front of him more so X can catch and run with it.
They stay in the spread. Pistol formation for the Clippers now. Seeger behind Cassanier. He's going to put it in his belly, and Seeger's going to run for 2. 2nd and 8.
Mike Seeger, the ball carrier.
Other EOAC action. Valley's got a 6-0 lead on Lisbon in the third quarter. Southern was putting the 2 United at the half. It was 22-7. We'll see if you can get an update on that one. 2nd and 8. We are scoreless here at Firestone Park into the fourth quarter. Clippers face a 2nd and 8 at their own 40. Twins right, Twins left. Cassanier looking things over. He's going to fake this time. Doesn't give to Seeger. Makes a big play. Goes right up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Brought down at the 47. That's the 3rd time tonight. Tony Cassanier's done great things with his legs.
And we see the hurdle right there. But see, the hurdle was allowed because it looked like when the player was going at Tony, he fell down. And you can jump over a player that's laying on the ground. You can't just hurdle somebody. And I think Wellsville's coach on the sideline was throwing his arms up in the air about that. But that was a legal play by Tony.
Line of scrimmage, 47-yard line.
Clippers come out of the huddle at the 47. See if they can sustain a drive. They're in the spread. Cassanier in the gun. He's got 2 to his right and 2 to his left. X is in the slot here near side. Give is to Seeger. Big hole now. They've got Wellsville spread out, and the hard-running Mike Seeger picks up 3 there. We'll see if they continue to do that or not. 2nd and 7. Wellsville's done a good job up front all night, but if Clippers can spread them out, Mike Seeger runs the ball hard.
I think Mikey gives him the best chance at running back. He was a downhill runner. You see the way he runs, and whenever he gets hit, he's falling forward for 3-4 yards.
They spread him out again. Kind of got him where they want him. Tony's going to run the quarterback draw, but no. Great job by number 73, J.J. Klein. Looked like, again, Columbiana had him where they wanted. They got him spread out. But J.J. Klein put a move on somebody up front there, and the big man with some nimble feet got Tony Cassanier in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Both these teams on offense, it looks like they're going to get something going, and then they go backwards.
I don't know if it's as much as a defensive battle game or if it's a game of I keep shooting myself in the foot tonight.
We are coming up on 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Both teams have had one good scoring opportunity. Cassanier in the shotgun. He's standing at the 50. He's got Seeger to his left. 3 receivers to his left as well. Looks to the right, though. He's got Schick wide open in the flat. Schick makes the catch and gets taken down at the 30.
Got upended there.
One of the best plays on offense tonight for the Clippers. They got just what they wanted in the passing game. Colin Schick out there by himself on the right.
Remember week 1 we were talking, we were saying we think Schick needs to be more involved. Well, it seems like every time Tony wants to throw to Schick, he's overthrowing him. He's putting a little – I mean, Schick's – he's not the tallest guy in the world, but, you know, if he gets the ball, he can do something. He's a little shifty guy.
Fast.
And exactly. I think that's like one of the first catches I've seen Colin have this year.
2 receivers right and left. X-Man's in the near slot.
See a wheel route down here?
Inside give to Seeger. No, he's going to keep it. So Tony stretches it out and picks up about 3.
That was an RPO option there. Basically, wide receiver took a step back, and when Tony pulled, it's up to the corner. Is the corner going to come to me? If he comes to me, here's it to my receiver. He can get the free 7 yards. Or if the corner's going to stay back, he can run it around the outside of the DN and try to get upfield and get as much as he can.
2nd and 8. At the 29-yard line, just outside the 28 for the Clips. 8:26 to play 4th quarter. See which of these teams is going to finally break through and score here. Columbiana getting close to field goal range for Colin Schick.
That might be the difference maker tonight.
They got him spread out. Let's see if they run inside again. Yep, quarterback draw. He's able to get to the outside. Tony is inside the 20, but here comes the flags now on the Clipper offense.
That was a blatant hold out there by number 11, Chris Bennett.
So instead of a first down inside the 20, the Clippers are going to be backed up, it appears.
Holding penalty on the Clippers.
Yeah, I'm with you, Eric. I'm not sure this is a defensive game or just the offense is not able to get anything going, any rhythm on either side. The penalties.
And there's just no energy out here tonight. And that's something you hate to see. It just kind of seems like the kids are going through the motion, like, I'm here Friday night. Like, nah, you need to be up. You need to be excited. It's Friday night, baby. I get it. This is a COVID season, but.
And you're 2 years out, and you know that you give anything to get back out there on Friday night. It's 2nd and 14.
You can't beat it.
3 receivers to the left. The widest is Green.
Wheel. X on the wheel.
Cassandra's going to roll to his left. He's got X, but he can't find him. Now he finds him out there in the flat. He's to the 30. Breaks a tackle. X is inside the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds. The Clippers, their deepest penetration, get to the 6. Tony finally found X alone in the flat, and X made one man miss, and I don't know who it was for Wellsville that saved the day. They came from the other side, but he got just enough of X to knock him out of bounds. We're going to have an injury timeout with 7:48 to play in the fourth quarter. And the biggest scoring threat of the night for the Clippers, they're going to be set up inside the 5 after this.
Armstrong Local Programming has always delivered an exclusive and unique perspective on the very best events your region offers. High school sports, community events, parades, all your favorite shows from Armstrong are now calling the neighborhood channel their home.
Here we go. Clippers from the 6. 7:48 to play fourth quarter, trying to break a scoreless tie. Cassandra's got him in the veer. He's got Seeger in the backfield. X in motion. The give to Seeger. He's got a little hole. Hard running Mike Seeger won't go down. He's being held up. Still driving. Wellsville still driving. The ball might be on the ground. And it's out. The Wellsville Tigers take the ball from Seeger. They're outside the 10 and knocked out of bounds. Boy, I saw the beanbag come out from the umpire. Boy, that's a tough one because Seeger's being held up there for a long time without a whistle. And they're going to say the ball was still live. There was no whistle, and Wellsville was holding them up, and somebody was able to get in there and rip the ball free on the 1 yard line. That's a tough one, Eric. I mean, you love it as a defender that whistle's not blowing. I don't know how many claws they had in there trying to rip it away from Mikey Seeger. Columbiana coaching staff are going to be, they don't seem too upset with the call.
Oh, they don't seem upset, but Mikey Seeger just got an earful from Coach Bates.
What do you do, though? You're running hard.
Well, the thing of it is, that's not the first time you fumbled tonight. Number one, that's not the first time you fumbled. So you're getting chewed out for that. But here's the thing. You got to hold the ball tight. 4 points of pressure. You can't hold it with like a loaf of bread. You got to hold it tight.
First 10 Wellsvilles. Both teams can't get out of their own way. Greathouse almost broke one. He picks up 9, maybe 10. They're going to give him all the way to the 20. So first down for Wellsville as they're going to have to go 90 yards to break this scoreless tie. I just can't believe what both teams are doing to themselves on offense. Columbiana with first and goal at the 6. Seeger, I get your point. It's hard to fault a kid for running hard. He was stood up for a long time when that whistle didn't blow, and the ball finally came free from the eye. Little movement up front, and flag comes flying. See who it's against here. It's going to be a false start against Wellsville as they got 10 yards on their first play, and now they'll go backwards.
False start penalty on the Tigers.
I mean, I hate to chuckle, but it's kind of a comedy of errors on offense for both sides.
Well, no, honestly, think of it. The last 3 times Columbiana's had the ball in the red zone this year, like going back to the last game too, they fumbled.
First down and 15 from the 15. Inside handoff. Greathouse looking for a hole. Gets a little bit of a seam. Picks up 11. He's going to bring up 2nd and 4. We are now coming up on 6.5 to play in the fourth quarter of this scoreless tie.
I guess it's whatever offense breaks first because it hasn't been a bad offense game. We've seen some good highlight plays, but you keep shooting yourself.
One receiver to the left. There's one-on-one again there, top of the screen. Pitch, Greathouse. Looking for room, tried to cut it back again. This time Columbiana does a good job on the backside. Short gain, 3rd down.
Columbiana right now, you just had a fantastic offensive drive. It is 3rd and 3. it's time to get a stop. This arguably could be one of your biggest defensive possessions of the game.
Absolutely.
You want the ball back.
We'll see if I look for Wellsville to go back to that well. Now Schick's on the short side, so Schick at corner. Seems like Columbiana on third down goes to Cassanier at corner and Clancy at safety. Columbiana's got 8 men in the box. Turn and the give to Kuntz. He does get a seam and he gets a first down. So even though Columbiana had the box loaded there, Wellsville found a seam on the right side and Kuntz picks up the first down. So we'll see if they can stay in the positive direction at the 33. We're coming up on 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
On the stop, Chandler Parrish.
Seeing some Clippers with hands on hips on defense here. If Greathouse can find the seam.
Greathouse played a great game tonight. He's ran hard downhill all night, and he's busted a couple long runs that have been called back, and that's unfortunate for him.
See if Wellsville stays on the ground here. They still got that one-on-one matchup on the left. Split backs. There's the fake. They're looking on the out and up. A stop and go deep down the left side, and Schick picks it off again. So Columbiana, substitution at corner. They put Cassanier at corner and Schick on that one-on-one.
Side.
And the senior able to make the adjustment. He did not bite on the stop and go, and Wellsville turns it over. Columbiana going to take over at their own 41 with 4:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. Both teams now with 2 turnovers. Got an official's timeout. We'll be back after this.
2020 will be a season like we've never seen before, but 21 Sports and YSN will be there for every key moment. The plays, the players, and the stories that will headline this season. Delivered by 21 Sports and YSN.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Here we go. 4:50 to play, fourth quarter. Something's got to give here at Firestone Park in Columbiana on homecoming night. The Clippers taking over. It's a 0-0 tie. Cassanier is in the shotgun. He's got Seeger to his left, 2 receivers right and left. Surveys the defense, drops back, looking left side, trying to go deep to X. They got it well defended, and it is picked off. Flag comes flying in as well. We'll see what this call is. This is a big call right here, Eric. We got a pick and a flag. What do we got?
Pass interference.
Pass interference against the Tigers, and I'm not sure who he called it against. Tigers, all the defenders seem very miffed. The ball was kind of up for grabs. It was picked off by Kristen, Valen Kristen. Greathouse was there as well. I don't know if they called. I didn't see what happened with Greathouse and X.
I was not watching Greathouse next. I was watching Kristen come across. He read it perfect.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't on him.
Yeah, no, he read it perfect. He jumped the route. He jumped the route perfect. Just as any coach would teach you, jump the route. He came underneath of it. I don't know, maybe did Greathouse pull him down from behind? I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was watching the interception. Had to be contact with Greathouse and X right behind the interception. So Columbiana with new life at the 46. Cassandra's going to go quarterback draw. He finds a hole on the right side, gets to the outside. He's inside the 40, dragged down hard there. He's going to say he stepped out at the 43 for a pickup of 11. So the Clippers on the move again into Wellsville territory. We're going to go to about the 4-minute mark when they snap this one. Clippers do have Colin Schick in their hip pocket. He's able to hit from at least 35, if not 40.
I think Columbiana wants a touchdown here.
Absolutely.
They've been down there twice tonight, and you just haven't been able to punch it in. 2
receivers right and left again. Seeger's in the backfield. They got him spread out. We'll see if they go up the middle again. Yep, quarterback draw. Cassanier finds some room, falls down for a gain of 6.
Are you surprised we're seeing a little bit of Seeger right now with the 2 fumbles?
Well, Tony kept it that time.
I know.
You mean that he's out there?
I know. Are you surprised a little bit?
Right. You got starting fullback Brady Dixon, who gets that first series every week. Hasn't been back on the field. That's a good point. Dixon on the sideline. Seeger with the 2 fumbles. Coach staying with him here. We're down to 3:45 to play, fourth quarter. Second and short 5, long 4 for the Clips. Dota comes to the bottom of the screen on the left. They got 3 receivers to the right. Little confusion in the Wellsville secondary right now. They back off, though. They go about, and they spread them out, and Tony goes up the middle again and is wrestled down after a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Wellsville, when Columbiana spreads it out, they kind of umbrella the defense.
You see that?
They put a lot on J.J. Klein and Tyler Stanley up front. They put a lot on their front 4 to make plays for them.
Troy Carter's out there right now playing corner, too.
Yeah, and they the corners are 15 yards off. The safeties are deep. They're trying to keep everything. But what I'm saying is that puts a lot on your interior linemen to step up and make those plays.
But, okay, I wonder if Coach Spate maybe gives an option to check. You see they're playing 15 yards off the ball. Why can't I just throw a little out right now to my receiver? Let him get 7.
3rd and 4. Yep. Timeout is called by the Clippers. So the Clippers are down to 1 timeout in this scoreless tie with 2:42 to play. And we'll see what happens on 3rd down for the Clips. Coach Spate going to go to the playbook, come up with a big one.
Thomas Edison once said that opportunity is often missed because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. From my first chores of feeding the pigs and weeding the garden on our family farm in Columbiana County, I learned from these experiences you always have to remember your why. Here at Comco, our why is to produce quality parts that make the world better, faster, and a safer place to be. What's your why?
We go 3rd and 4 for the Clips with 2:42 to play. They're on the Wellsville 37 from the shotgun. Cassanier's got Seeger behind him. 2 receivers right and left. And a lot of movement. Flags come out. It looked like we were going on maybe trying to get a hard count because 5 would get you to 1st down. And it's the Clippers that move. And boy, both these offenses, it's just one thing after another. 3rd and 9 now. 2 to the right, 2 to the left from the pistol. Cassanier's in the shotgun. 3rd and 9. The gives to Seeger up the middle. He's got a hole in the right. Oh, Cassanier kept it.
No, that was X.
Either way.
X. That was X.
That was X with the direct snap. Okay.
No. X was playing quarterback.
4th and 7.
4th down and 6.
From the 40. Columbiana going to go for it here. 2:20 to play on a running clock. Both teams, Columbiana's got 1 timeout left. Wellsville's got 2. It's 4th down. Clippers come out. A little more bunched formation here. I got a feeling X is going to go deep on the left side. We'll see. They're not spread. Here we go. Tony's looking for him deep down the left side. He's going to press the line of scrimmage. But he finds Schick underneath and unable to make the connection. That's a tough throw for any quarterback racing to his left, but he had Colin Schick wide open underneath.
That was just threw a little behind it. He had to turn his body, and when you're running full speed, it's hard to plant.
1st and 10 Tigers, ball on their own 40-yard line.
Minute 55 to go, fourth quarter.
This is all right. This is interesting. We got a minute 55 left. Here comes Wellsville. After everything we have seen tonight, are we going to see a big play break loose? Are we going to see them get down and get in field goal range and give their?
I just hope for everybody's sake we don't see another flag.
It's we were
Wellsville comes.
We were talking earlier about the NFL with the flags, and we're not seeing many holdings this year. And look at this tonight.
Greathouse gets the pitch, needs to find a seam, cuts it back. Can he break that tackle? No. Eddie Clancy grabs him for a pickup of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So Wellsville trying to get the ball into the hands of their playmaker and let him use his vision to find a cutback lane. 2nd and 6. We're going down under a minute and a half.
If I'm Columbiana right now, I'm wrapping up. All costs, I'm wrapping up. Greathouse has showed that he can still get wrapped up, break a tackle, and take it to the house.
Pitch to him. Greathouse needs a block. Can't get the edge. Now finds a seam. He's going to be run out of bounds, but he's got the first down. He's into Clipper territory at the 49. Clancy runs him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with a minute 12 to play in this scoreless tie. Homecoming night here at Firestone Park. YSNLive.com. Mark Franken, voice of the Clippers, with Eric Hoffensee, all-state linebacker, joining the crew this year. We got my man Brett Walker keeping stats. And Colby Ramsey putting the ball down at the 49. Spreading it out a little bit now are Wellsville. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass, looking for the middle screen. They got Greathouse. Can he break one? He gets to the outside. Greathouse needs to beat one man. Great shoestring tackle by Colin Schick.
Way to come up.
Timeout. Called by Wellsville, I believe. Wellsville's going to take their second time out of the half. Both teams going to have one timeout with 57 seconds to play. Wellsville's going to face a 2nd and 4. And Greathouse thought he was going to get the edge there, and Schick made a great shoestring tackle.
That was a great play in the open field, because guess what? If he gets past Schick, someone's got to chase him down at the pylon for sideline tackle. Because that Greathouse, if he gets that outside, he's cutting it up the field, and he's gone.
So we'll keep it right here, as we don't want to miss any of the action on these short breaks this year. They're bringing them out of the huddle. Columbiana defense going to set up. They got Cassanier at the left corner, Schick at the right corner. One of the matchups that Wellsville's had tonight is kind of getting taken away from them with the senior Schick matching up with the wideout on that short side.
You think Troy Carter throws at him anymore tonight? He's picked them off twice. But here's the thing. He's picked them off on 2 underthrown balls.
Now they send Kuntz, the fullback, wide to the right. Carter going to dump it off to Greathouse. They got him open in the flat. He gets the first down to the 39-yard line. It sure looked like he got the first down. We'll see who they mark it. And what do we got here? Boy, I thought that was a bad spot. Looked like he clearly got crossed past the chain. Of course, we can't see exactly where he went out of bounds. And they're going to go ahead and say first down at the 39. 52 seconds to play. It hasn't been the prettiest game. That might be an understatement, but Wellsville is on the 39, and one big play away from the upset here at Firestone Park. Clippers trying to hold serve at home for homecoming and try to stay above 500. Clippers come in at 2-2. Wellsville at 1-3. Clipper defense looks a little bit in disarray here. They got nobody
safety
over the top. See if they go deep. They get it out to the big man, Kuntz, in the flat. He puts the ball on the ground. So Kuntz was he was trying to keep his balance. Are they saying he was down?
Yeah, they're saying he was down, saying 4.
Wow. Because I don't think he was being tackled. He just kind of lost his footing. We're down to 46 seconds. 2nd and 5 from the 39, and they're going to spike it. That's interesting. A lot of time, 45 seconds to give away a play there. 3rd and 5 now. I'm not sure that they were in position that they had to do that, but it's going to bring up third down. Columbiana needs 2 stops on defense to send this into overtime.
Overtime would be kind of funny because both teams, when they've – well, Wellsville hasn't gotten the red zone, have they?
Is there a limit on the overtimes? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody's got to score at some point.
Hey, field goal kickers.
Right, they both got strong
field
legs.
Goal kickers.
Yep. So now we got an official's timeout. Looks like going to give both teams water for this last 45 seconds. We'll see if either team can score here at Firestone Park.
Armstrong local programming has always delivered an exclusive and unique perspective on the very
So here we go out of the timeout. There's 41 seconds on the clock, and the Wellsville Tigers have a 3rd and 5 at the Columbiana 39. They got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They got a one-on-one matchup again down the left side. See if they go to it. He stops with the hitch. The big man, Kuntz, and Schick able to bring him down. So interesting there, Eric. They put the big man out there one-on-one. Not a deep threat, but he runs a stop route, and they got it down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and from what we saw earlier in pregame, this is very well within Wellsville's kicker's range.
Yes. Both teams with good kickers. Colin Schick, of course, for the Clips, but Wellsville's got Casey Lemaster, the senior place kicker, and we've seen him put a couple through from 35 yards in pregame. Actually from 45, yeah. Kicking from the 35. He put a couple through at pregame that would have been a 45-yarder, and they are at the 21. So, of course, things are different when it's live.
You ever call a high school football game that comes down to perhaps a game-winning field goal kick?
I have not.
Did you call McDonald?
On the goal line stand?
Well, not the goal line stand. It would have been McDonald my junior year, so Chase's sophomore year here. When we came back, it was 35-7 at one point.
Yes.
And Brierly had the game-winning field goal from 30 yards out. Cleared everything. It went over the upright, just wide right.
Here we go. 3 to the right, 2 to the left from the 21. He's looking for somebody in the flat there, and it looks like Crystal. Which Crystal is it? That 15. Time it's Valen Crystal again. He's down to the 15. Tick, tick, tick. 23 seconds to go. Wellsville with no timeouts. Looks like you're going to get your wish, Eric. He spikes it. So now it's going to be 3rd and 4 with 17 seconds. And Lemaster looks ready. He was over there on the far side warming up. He's now walked down to the line of scrimmage, about to put the helmet on. So Casey Lemaster, the strong-legged senior for Wellsville. If Wellsville can't convert here, it's going to come down to his leg to see if they can pull out a 3-0 victory here at Firestone Park and ruin Columbiana's homecoming.
What? I mean, I don't know what would be going through my mind as a kicker. Yeah, you know, you don't really think about that.
He's definitely got the leg. He's got to depend on a snap and a hold.
Mm-hmm. And we know how that is in high school football. It's shaky sometimes. I think
from the shotgun, Kuntz is sidecar. He's going to back up. He's going to take a shot at the end zone, it looks like. Now he dumps it over. Oh, it's almost picked off. Dangerous pass there by Troy Carter. And at it, there we go, 4th down. Wow. Columbiana had 2 guys there in position to pick that off.
Well, Brady Dixon had it, but he ran into Eddie Clancy. And he kind of had his hands out, and when he came in.
Troy Carter.
It's a cannon.
Looks like he's going to be the holder. He's going to set up at the 22-yard line. It's going to be a 32-yard field goal from the right hash. Casey Lemasters lining it up.
And icing him.
Timeout Columbiana, both teams now out of timeouts with 12 seconds to play on 4th and 4. Senior Casey LeMasters is going to stay on the field. Kind of like, would you stand on the foul line if they called timeout, or would you back off?
Oh, I ain't backing off.
He's going to stay right there.
Here's the thing. He's got to be in his zone. So if he's got to stay away from everybody, but you want to, I've done it before. If I'm Columbiana, I'm going up and I'm talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He's walking off now.
But you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the competitive edge in you. You don't want to lose at any cost. You want to win at any cost.
He's definitely got the leg. 32-yard field goal with just 12 seconds to play in a scoreless tie. Wellsville desperately wanting to take down the Clippers after several years of misery.
I think this is the loudest we've heard this place all year.
Again, Carter's the holder. From the right hash. Clippers loading up the right side of the offensive line. Snap is a little low. Kick is up. It's got leg, but it is good! He snuck it inside the left upright. Looked like it was hooking to the left, but he got it just inside the upright. Casey LeMasters, the senior kicker for Wellsville.
Well, Wellsville just got flagged.
And now we got a flag. Oh, boy. LeMasters makes it 3-0, but the ball game's not over. Wellsville celebrating like it is. Columbiana's got to get their heads up. There's 7 seconds to play. Wellsville's going to be backed up now. If they kick it deep, X can take it to the house at any moment.
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words for this game.
As crazy as this is, as crazy as this game's been with no offense, right? Columbiana's got a playmaker on their side that if they can come up with a way to get him in open space, X can turn this into Heartbreak City.
And knowing X, I think he's getting this ball. Hey, you remember Crestview, Chase's freshman year, came down to that kick. Crestview made the field goal. Well, then Columbiana got the ball in the kickoff. Well, we were talking about it.
Somebody was running it back.
Somebody, I don't know who, but somebody was. But you got to get the ball to your best playmaker, which someone didn't do that night. But that's okay. We ain't talking about it.
I thought you were going to break it for a second. Didn't you? You had to think for a moment you were going to get there.
I was just running at the moment, but in this situation,
they picked up the flag.
It would have been a sideline warning.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it would have been a sideline warning.
So, good news for the Tigers. Now they are backing them up.
Oh, are they?
So not so good news
for
the Tigers. Maybe
it was like an unsportsmanlike conduct because, you saw everyone was sprinting on the field.
This is a tough call for the Tigers, whether they kick it deep or not, because I honestly, I would not kick it to X. I know that the chances of running back a kick are very slim, but in that same year, I think you're talking about not the one you ran back.
Oh,
they got two flags? Unbelievable.
All right, so I don't know the rule. What happens if he just kicks it out of bounds here?
Right, so Columbiana wouldn't get it at the 40. That would be okay, so they probably get it spot. It goes out.
But so what if he just boots it as deep as he can and he just kicks it out of bounds?
If I'm Wellsville, I'm taking my shot at Columbiana scoring from the line of scrimmage. I am not kicking the ball and letting X in the chaos. I'd rather squib it and take my chances on defense.
If I'm Wellsville in this situation, I'm squibbing it to the second line right now, which is standing on the 40-yard line, which is Doda.
Now we still can't get it figured out.
Which is Doda, Clancy, and Ethan Clark. Just kick it there, and they have seen Tony's arm tonight. It's not the strongest arm in the world.
This penalty makes no sense. If you're starting at the 40, you get a 15-yarder back to the 25. Then the next one's going to be half the distance. They had it marked right in the first place at the 12.5. Now they're coming all the way. They still ain't got it figured out because now they got it marked at the Now you would think the Columbiana up men have been instructed to just follow the ball. Columbiana's going to 7 seconds. Okay, now they're back to where they should be at the 12 and a half. 7 seconds. What would really be interesting is if there was just a few more seconds, Columbiana would have 2 shots at it.
Even if, say there was 15 seconds left. If he kicks it up to like Clancy,
yes,
we'll run it up 15 yards and slide and give your shot one play
so here
to
we
get
go.
out of bounds and then kick a field goal.
Where's X? X is on the top of the screen, standing about the 40. LeMasters is going to kick it deep, and he's going to put it in X's hands. And X is going to fake the reverse. X is inside the 50. We're down to 3 seconds. X is trying to get the outside. We're down to 2 seconds. 1 second to play. There is 1 second left at the 35-yard line. 1 play remains. Wellsville's got to be careful and get on the sideline. They cannot afford another penalty.
There should be 1 second.
Yeah, definitely. And he was watching it too. We've got 1 play here at Firestone Park from the 35-yard line. The Clippers, what do they got up their sleeve? Eric, you've been in the program a long time. Is there you called it the
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Now, Wellsville's going to have 8 guys protecting the goal line.
This is tough. Well, no, it doesn't look. It looks like they're coming up, but you got to have a safe man deep in case something goes wrong.
1 second, last play of the game. Cassanier drops back, rolling to his left. Cassanier throws over the middle. X got it! He's inside the 10. He's dragged down at the 7. The game ends with the Clippers at the 7-yard line. Cassanier actually made a great pass there, Eric, running to his left. He got it over the linebacker, and the saving tackle, I wish I got the number for Wellsville to who made the saving tackle there. As X made the catch, Columbiana got what they wanted, and he couldn't quite escape and dragged down at the 7. And if you can have a thrilling game that's only 3-0, that was a thrilling finish as
That was a thrilling 2 minutes.
Casey LeMasters, the place kicker for Wellsville, breaks the losing streak against Columbiana. They go away with a 3-0 lead as Columbiana dies at the 7. And the Clippers fall below 500, go to 2-3. They'll end the regular season next week against the Lisbon Blue Devils. Wellsville goes to 2-3. So, for all the mishaps throughout the game, the last several plays very exciting. Wellsville 3, Columbiana nothing. That's your final here on homecoming night in Clipperville. Thank you for joining us here on ysnlive.com. The hero of the night, senior Casey LeMasters from 32 yards, brings Wellsville victory in Columbiana 3-0. Have a safe night, and we'll see you next time. For Eric Hoffensee, this is Mark Franken and Brett Walker, statistician today. We'll see you next time.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.